Hi parents, Mrs. Lambert here again. So last week we did multiplying 4-digit numbers times 1-digit numbers, and I showed you the area model or the box method, and I also showed you partial products for how to do that. This week I'm going to show you the same two models, but we are going to do it with 2-digit times 2-digit numbers. And again, students will eventually learn how to do the traditional method, but it is now taught in 5th grade. If your child understands these ways and you feel like they have a good grasp, you are more than welcome to go ahead and teach them how to solve it the traditional way, like what we learned. But this is just one of those steps on our way to getting to that traditional method. So as you can see here, I already have 2 times 2, which means 2-digit by 2-digit area model written on the board. I also already have a number written here. So I have 56 times 24. So I'm going to show you how to solve this, okay? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of these numbers into expanded form, just like we did on the other one. So 56 becomes 50 plus 6, because this is in the tens place and that's in the ones place. 24 becomes 20 plus 4, okay? Now I'm going to make a big square because I have 2 digits times 2 digits. And when I make the square, I'm still going to have pluses where the lines go. I'm going to put one of these numbers on the top. So I'm going to put 50 plus 6 up here on the top. And then I'm going to put 20 plus 4 on the side. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing that I did on the others. I'm going to multiply like this. When I'm first teaching this to students, I always tell them to kind of cover the bottom one, and then that way they can only focus on the one row until they get used to using the second row. So right here, I have 20 times 50. You can put them in parentheses or you don't have to. And then I have this times that, so it would be 20 times 6. Down here I have that times this, so 4 times 50. That times that, and then 4 times 6. So when I come up here, I can easily do 2 times 5, which is 10. And then there's 2 zeros in my problem, so they just come down and join because it's multiplication, it's multiples of 10. Now over here I have 2 times 6 is 12, and when I bring my 0 over, I get 120. Down here I have 4 times 5 is 20, and I bring my 0 down because it's a multiple, and it becomes 200. And then 4 times 6 is 24. Now I'm going to add those 4 numbers together. So I have 1,000, check. 120, check. 200, check. And 24. And I add those together. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 4 is 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. 1 plus 2 is 3. And then 1. So my answer to this problem is 1,344. And that again is using the area model, the 2-digit by 2-digit area model. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to do the same thing, but we're going to do it with partial products, which again, partial products is probably going to make a little bit more sense to parents because you already know the traditional method of multiplication, but this is going to be a harder one for students. So this is the 2-digit by 2-digit partial products version, okay? So I can even do the same number. I'm going to do 56 times 24, okay? I'm actually going to move that over to the middle. And I can even use a different number, but 56 times 24. Okay. When we are doing partial products for the 2-digit by 2-digit, I tell students to pretend like this number right here is not there at first, okay? So the number on the bottom that's in the tens place is not there. So I start just like I did with whenever I was doing with the 1 digit. So I have 4 ones times 6 ones. And we know that that means it is 4 times 6. Then I have 4 ones times 5 tens. So that means it's 4 times 50. Now is when I would uncover that number on the bottom that's in the tens digit. When I have 2 tens, then I'm going to write 2 tens. So you'll notice how this changed. This is 2 tens in the front times, first we have 6 ones. So 2 tens is the same thing as 20, and we're multiplying it by 6, which is 6 ones. Then I have 2 tens times 5, and it's in the tens digit, so times 5 tens. So that would be 20 times 5 tens, which is 50. Now I'm ready to do my multiplication, except for the numbers I'm multiplying are way easier. So I start with 4 times 6, which is 24. 4 times 50, well, I know that 4 times 5 is 20, so then because of multiples, I add my 0, and it becomes 200. Next is 20 times 6. Well, 2 times 6 is 12, and then I add my 0, so it becomes 120. And finally, 20 times 50. 2 times 5 is 10, and then I add 2 zeros, so it becomes 1,000. When I add those together, I get a 4, a 4, a 3, and a 1. So it's 1,344. This way, I know I've seen some things on Facebook where people complain because this way might take longer. I am capable of doing this way just as quick as the traditional method now because I'm used to doing it. When students are first learning the traditional way, it is very slow for them also. Anything you're learning new is going to take time. This is different than what we are used to doing, but it's teaching kids that place value and where and why we get those numbers. And so instead of just forcing them to memorize some steps, I'm giving them the tools to learn that place value, which is going to take them further and is going to help them a lot more once they start doing algebra in high school or trig or calculus. Learning these things is going to make it much easier for them. So I hope that you have them give it a try. And again, feel free to teach them the traditional method, but this is also going to help them a ton. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.